Hey, Raven.
Hey,
All right. Hey, Wally. Let
Yo,
me get the link posted here in just a second.
oh god, Streamception.
Oh, yeah, yeah, let's fix that. FYI, I'm not like smart, so I haven't set up any bots and stuff, so I can't like really see chat very well when I'm like streaming my browser like this. I have to like look at it through OBS where it's little. So if I miss any messages, sorry in advance when I'm streaming my browser for this stuff. Um, so yeah, I derped and like forgot to save the edited tier list for this season, so I'm just like trying to recreate it real quick as best I can. I feel like there's somebody missing. No, actually, maybe we've got it pretty
I mean, it
similar
looks
at this
like the
point.
right one. It's got McLean and
Yeah, I just threw that up there. I think
Matt.
we've actually got it almost right, except I just need to add the dudes back into the male waifu section.
I don't figure out
Oh yeah, Hie and
really here.
name.
Raven, you're
Insuke.
super quiet.
I'm super quiet?
No, Raven is.
Horseman.
Yeah,
Oh
Horseman
man, I
goes
don't
up.
know.
So let's see. I'm
Hell
like pulling up the
yeah.
one from rules now. Um, okay, so I think Rio goes up, Togu goes up, Yusuke goes up, Horseman goes up, Varash goes up, Rainforce goes up, Oliver goes up. Um, Although I hope nobody captains Oliver because he is a little boy. Emmerich goes up. Um, Weiler goes up.
I feel like somebody is gonna take that as a challenge.
I sure hope not.
Ozma, are you putting your screen up here?
In Discord,
It's
yeah, I
in
can do that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's stream as well.
Stream my browser. You should be able to see it in Discord now too, so you're not getting like a delay.
Okay.
For those of you here with me. I think I got
Oh,
everybody
nice.
back up. So I think this is now back to what it was at the end of our last rule stream. So what do we want to start with? Should we just start going through suggestions and stuff? Or is there format stuff? I think so. In terms of how things went for testing this week, right? There's definitely like unit changes that we need to discuss. Like I think this guy is almost certainly going back to band McLean. I don't think anybody liked having him in the pool for pick ones. But like format wise, were there any like problems? I think people were fine using the map bot and stuff. Aside from it, always spitting lava. I don't know. I didn't really see any major problems. So we did have I guess this gets into suggestions, but a lot of people were annoyed by this being 4 dudes, not 5, especially because pick 1 dudes and stuff do count towards that right now.
Um, who was annoyed by that?
Everyone?
About there being limited to 4 of.
I think that yeah, essentially.
It basically it just makes me not play the more fun male. It makes me like pick like the males that are more kind of vital to my box before anything else. You know what I mean?
So yeah, I mean, I'm personally fine either way. I don't know if we want to do a vote on that.
Well, my problem with that is, who was scrimming? Was it yesterday or the day before, where you literally just had a team of 5 dudes?
It was 4 men versus 5
It
men
was
in the
4
draft.
versus 5.
I mean, honestly,
but you can do that with.
What's the point?
Do that with 4.
What are we even doing?
That was with 4 though.
Yeah, that's with 4, because like it's just as long as you're using the free dudes, which there are
Yeah, but
pretty
that's
viable
with
free
4.
dudes.
I mean, I think that in my opinion, I think
We
the
were
4
using
should
free
be
men. We were
capped
using a lot of free men.
completely. I don't think there should
The
be a
argument,
limit on
the
some of
argument
the
here
weaker
should
ones.
be to
Is
remove free men because we were using a lot of free men in
Kind
that
of
draft.
ridiculous.
besides Raven, is there anyone that wants 4 men, or does everyone just want 5?
Let's have a look at the chat.
I think
Okay.
if we go to 5 men, like
Um,
getting rid of any free men makes sense.
do you just like put it straight to a vote? To be honest, because
I mean, should we just rename it like the tournament from Waifu Wars to just I don't know something else because it's not even if you're able to fill your box up with a bunch of male
we're not
units, it's
filling
like
our
kind of
box up with
what's
men.
the point? And you don't even need to pick a male unit as a captain anymore. You just fill your box up with whatever. It's just lower tiered units.
Yeah, I mean, you can put Aaron in your box if you want to lose. That's fine.
I don't think we want to get into a big theoretical discussion here on like what the point of the
You can
tournament
put like
is.
Aaron and Laird and Kiri and Pan, and you can have a great time with 15 men if you want, and you'll be like free Kong and you'll lose every game. Yeah.
I
What are you
mean,
talking about here?
is going back up to 5 men not just find the 5 most toxic male at AoE and put them in?
That
Like-
is kind of what it is.
That's kind of what it is. So like maybe 4 really isn't that bad.
Yeah, so I think the thing that we would maybe adjust is we would maybe make it so that the non-SP dudes in the pick, like it's only the actual dudes in this category specifically that count against it. I don't know if the people in Discord can see my mouse, but I think the people in stream can see more of my mouse. That's like the non-waifu men category. We've made so that only those count against it instead of it also being like if you want to use a pick one dude that is counting towards your 4, like maybe that would help so that it's not just like, oh, I just shouldn't use a pick one dude because that's counting against my limit or something.
Yeah, I suggested that. I suggested pick 1, not count as against the dude limit. I think that's a fair compromise.
So that would be like 4 from that pool and SPL one. Like you're saying? Like
Yeah,
amongst others, but yeah.
and possibly Landius too. Like if we also let the tank, because Landius is like the dude tank that.
Well,
I don't know about
y-
that.
yeah, but you can't have
Maybe.
a pick 1 and then like a male tank, like pick 1 tank. It would have to be 1 from. Like that would be a little too ridiculous.
And then you have to pick one healer male in there, and it's just like.
Yeah. So what do we want it to
The
just
whole
be
box is
like? So then because that. If it's just like arbitrarily one slot from this, and that's kind of just the same as making it a 5 and
I think we
including
should
these.
just keep it a solid number.
You know what I mean? Like it's the
Just
same.
otherwise it
Pretty
gets-
much. Pretty
It
much.
just gets a bit crazy, like people trying to count what free males are in there, and then which males are restricted, and which ones are pick ones, and pick one healers, and shit like that. People trying to work out whether a box is legal or not is just going to be a disaster at this point.
Yeah, so like at that point, wouldn't we just say make this 5 and then make it so that all these guys up here do still count at that point? So it's just like
I mean that's how it has been.
that's how it has been, yes.
Yeah,
I think that's better than, and I'll just try to be more clear with the tier names that it's only this pool of dudes in the free men tier that are not counting against it.
So like you could theoretically still make a 15 male box if you want.
Yes, you absolutely can. You could even do that last season, I think. Okay. Yeah, I'll just try to clear up these tier names at some point then, like later before I post a final version. Okay. So I think that was the only like overall format kind of change thing that needed to be discussed in terms of like I don't think we're changing like pick 2 tanks to pick 1 or anything like that.
We also discussed moving taking the boosters out of the DPS.
Oh, that's true. We could resplit up boosters and DPS. Yeah, that was in
which
suggestions.
I think should be done, but
we would
Same.
definitely still keep Patty Band. Hoffman, I think, was up for debate. But we would move Ash, Akka, IBC back up to booster instead of having merged categories.
Hoffman wasn't really up for debate. It just got thumbs down mostly.
Okay.
So
I
Wait,
wasn't sure.
really?
yeah, everyone just thumbs it down as bad as
People
pick
are
one.
really like pissed about Hoffman.
People just
Okay,
don't
yeah,
but
want
that's
Hoffman
I
back
don't
in.
understand.
so that's as the DPS category though. Like
yeah, because that's the most stringent category in restriction.
Okay, but if we're recreating the booster category, why would Hoffman not go to the booster category?
Because he
That
is
would
also
get
a
even
really
more thumbs
strong.
down.
He is also a really strong win con as a DPS.
That's too much.
I
Though,
mean,
isn't it?
I
thought that was
get
the argument
that.
for dismantling the booster category to begin with. Was it just became pick one DPS plus boost?
Yeah, like it was Patricia and Hoffman were legitimately like pick one DPS tier DPS while also being boosters. So you got two of them basically. Was the kind of the problem. So if we did put Hoffman back in, it would be into the pick one DPS slot, I think.
I mean, I'd rather play against Hoffman than I would against Lana. But
Or McLean.
Well,
Yes.
so the Lana thing, after seeing that you don't run crit damage down stones.
No, that doesn't matter.
It
It's
does
still
matter.
just insane range. No,
It's insane
not.
range, but she's not one-shotting your units. If you're
She
getting
can though.
not with 30% damage reduction. We saw what happened to Meow's team when he actually presumably had some crit damage down. Or no,
Didn't
was it
he
your team
literally
again?
say that he had HP on his stones as well, though?
No, maybe it was hitting Raven again, but hitting different Raven units, I think is what it was. It was
Yeah,
Meow's
it was.
Lana hitting Raven's units instead of Loon's Lana hitting Raven's unit.
Oh,
But I think it was actual stuff that had crit damage down stones because that matters a lot for anyone who doesn't know.
I mean, you're comparing a unit that is just in OP and not limited, to a unit that you're banning from the format entirely.
We'll get to the Lana point at some point when we brought it up in discussion, like in suggestions. Well, I don't know if we want to jump straight to that because I was just going to go from the top of suggestions once we get through the format thing. For now, do we want to take a vote? I think the mods should have power to create votes. If I go to Twitch to do it, it'll create like
how
Streamception.
does this work?
I might be able to do it from my phone, but
I'm looking at it now. More actions. What the fuck? Mod actions.
there should be somewhere for me to do it, I think, but
is it like the three dots? Modes. This UI is a disaster.
yeah, it really is. I don't love it. Okay, I think I found polls. I can do it from my phone. All right, so the question will be: are we splitting booster back into a category?
Oh shit! Rice Crew timed a bunch of people out.
Oh, it did? Today?
Yeah, Raven and Bite and Bit.
Oh, I think he did
Like
that
6
last
days
time.
ago.
Yeah, I don't know. Rice Crew went like a little crazy with his power.
Oh, you do need to throw Moo back in OP.
Oh yes, I did forget to redo that.
Bottom line. Yeah.
Didn't we also move MK to OP?
Yeah, we did. Let me know if there's any other stuff like that because I forgot to save. Okay, so
Himiko to OP?
did we do that last time?
I think we did.
The most recent thing you have has Mariandel and Himiko. Mariandel's back up there?
Didn't even win, and she gets moved to OP. Damn.
I thought she was up there the whole time.
Last
She never
season
came
she
back down, did
wasn't,
she?
but she has been most other seasons.
Oh right, okay.
I think we used the season 6 tier list as the baseline last season instead of the season 7, so she wasn't up there. But we at last rule stream I said move her back up there. And then who was the other one? Was it Himiko? Was she up there?
Yeah.
Is the annoying child? There she is. Okay. All right. I think I just created the poll. I think you guys have 10 minutes to vote, so we'll just check back on that for if we split boosters and DPS. Okay. So I'm just gonna kind of start from. Let's find the section of like stuff from the follow-up stream.
Real quick, why are we scared of Mariandel again?
I have no idea.
Like, if she came out for a season, why did she go back in?
Loon. That's probably why.
She is just a really strong captain.
She wasn't even. I mean, she wasn't waifu, so it doesn't really.
There's gonna be strong units. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
If she doesn't have a revive, I don't see why she's like scary. She's not.
Putting her in OP doesn't really restrict her at all, though.
It's just like I'm not letting her be waifu'd. Is the
Yeah,
It
difference.
needs to be up there.
Unless we have like this. There was a suggestion. This is a format change. Somebody suggested limited OP units in box. I think they suggested something like 4 or 5. I
Yeah.
can't remember who it was. It was quite
I think
recent.
I would 100% be fine with that.
I
think
that'd
having
be
a
good.
limit on all of the like pick on the OP just in total would be better.
Yeah. It was
Renata gets moved
Oh.
back down, right? I don't think she needed to stay up there. I
Yeah,
think
I agree.
Also,
Isn't Luke banned?
Yeah, Luke
Luke-
banned. I was
I
Luke's
just
know
thinking
about
that.
that. Renata's
But
really,
why?
really
Renata
OP.
is so strong.
I think she should go up to pick.
Oh, shut
one,
the
to be
fuck up.
honest.
Luna to OP.
Yeah, Luna was OP as well. And I think, did we move Letitia up there? We left her if any tryhards went to run her. I think
You
we
left her.
We left her.
did. Okay.
We left her because Mikey might have quit, but no,
Just
that's
let
fine.
me
He's
and
not
then
captaining her, so maybe we can move her back
Lana.
up.
I don't have
I
a
don't
I don't
know
have a
where you
partner
have
yet.
her.
So
Oh,
Did you-
Luna! Didn't we move Luna up?
Yeah, I'm looking
Yeah.
for her.
Did you guys
Bottom-
discuss
bottom row,
Michelle?
middle.
We did
She
not
was
do
kinda
anything.
crazy.
We didn't do anything to Michelle, but I felt like we should do something to Michelle, but I don't think everybody else wanted to do something to Michelle. I was thinking about like no wings or something for
Okay.
her.
Did we
Um,
move Narm up or no?
We did not move
No.
Narm.
No.
No.
to OP, come on now, like that's a little
Lana is
ridiculous.
currently in
He's
your
kind of-
waifu pool next to Lambda,
Yeah, I'm looking for her.
second to bottom.
Okay, so she's
I
in
feel
OP now,
like-
but we'll get to that.
In
Why did
Narm
that take you
season-
so long? Lambda is very easy to see.
That's that. Like I figured the purple hair would be the distinguishing thing to note.
All right. Okay, I think that we've kind of gotten it fixed from what we had as of last weekend.
Yeah,
Um,
that's like I've been looking back and forth.
I think that's probably about everything. Let
Yeah,
me know if
that's
there's
fine.
anything else.
I mean, we
Uh,
can move Duelist up to OP as well. She's pretty damn strong right now.
But we already have
I
a
mean-
team duelist. I don't know if she's too strong.
Just win, forehead.
I think you should
Also, Hiei needs to be in the free mail pool.
just ban me.
I think he was moved, right? Oh no, he wasn't.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think he was the last one. Did we move Gory?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I think so.
We
I
did
think you
move
did.
Gory and Lance. Is Lance up there? He is. Okay. Yeah,
You want to move Lewin up there?
that's a discussion point.
That was a suggestion
Listen,
point,
I have a very good mustache design that implicates no boots on him.
as
okay.
as a no wings but allowed as a
As a no
waifu.
wings, yes.
Yeah, but then there's other people with mustaches in there. We don't want to muddy the waters.
Yeah, we have to keep the meaning of a mustache rare. Like somebody might take that to mean that you can use base form Lewin as a waifu.
We need
Um,
like a key, like a at the top of the page.
Yeah,
There
right?
is one other unit you're missing in the whale waifu, but I can't easily.
Is it Hein? No, Heinz
No.
actually
Hein,
wasn't
yes,
for some
actually.
reason.
Wait,
Why is
I
Hein
know
not
it
there?
was.
He's literally one
He
of the
should
only
be.
ones that was
He's
supposed
supposed to
Wait,
be.
Oh no, we discussed it. I think it was a discussion point like mid-season. I forgot.
We can't.
to
I mean,
actually bring it up.
why don't we have like a Wataru there as well? What is Wataru doing?
I don't know. Ask Sadao.
I don't know.
I
That's
know.
now,
I
yeah.
don't think anyone has him.
It wasn't Hein.
It wasn't Hein though. We're missing somebody else, but
You keep yapping. I'll keep looking.
okay. So let's just start working through the suggestions. So I think that it's like okay. So
I think that looks like it. Unless it was the blue boy.
I think Zelgata should stay in non-wipe, and I think I argued that last
Okay.
time too. He's a pretty good hero. So Mikey said males and pick one shouldn't count towards male limit. We kind of addressed that. I think we were going to just make it 5 and include all the categories of men, not just this one. So all right, so I said we needed to discuss the Hiei waifu thing. So we've had people do scrims against Hiei boxes from like Edgar and Falcon. How bad was it?
Oh, Transcender. Sorry.
I
Oh,
don't, I don't
Transcender.
think. I don't think he should be moved. He's fine there.
I think it's fine. I don't think it's that big of a deal.
If you're,
I think
put it
it's
this
fine.
way, if you're losing, you're gonna lose. You're losing just because you're playing Edgar. You're not losing because he.
Yeah, I think
Edgar's
that's
EA has missed so many kills. It's
yeah.
pretty funny.
Yeah, I think
He barely killed my Giz, like not fully casted. Like it's not a. I don't think it's that big of a
I don't
deal.
even think he got through. What? Who are the demon soldiers that Zuko had on?
Ainz, yeah.
Ainz?
The
I
ghost
don't
The
think
soldiers.
he got
ghosts?
through, did he?
Ghost of the Fog.
Yeah, I barely killed all the ghosts when I tried to kill Ainz.
Like Hiei does not do good damage with boots, and if you go non-boots,
Yeah.
he's really subpar range. Like I don't think he's.
And if he doesn't crit, he doesn't kill anything.
Oh yeah, yeah. If he doesn't crit, he's
The,
useless.
the only problem is this opens up the door for this is a gateway drug. So I'm fine with it, but then you get into like just the subjective discussions about like, well, this male this male that.
Yeah, like oh, does
You know.
Sigma, is Sigma waifuable then if Hiei's waifuable? Like yeah, I don't know.
Oh wait, hold up. Bite and Bit thinks that Hiei shouldn't be a waifu.
Okay.
Just thought I should let you all know.
But
Okay.
he blocked me, so he doesn't count.
That's true.
Did
we
he
can't
did
see
he
his
block you on
message.
Twitch though?
I have no idea. I'm not on Twitch, but he blocked me on Discord.
Oh
Apparently.
yeah, I'm actually not
seeing.
seeing. I should open up OBS because I haven't read chat at all.
Don't
Because I was
worry,
looking at
I'm reading
Discord.
the chat.
Okay, good. Because I've not been
I'll
looking at
let you
all.
know
'cause
what Bite and Bit specifically thinks in the future.
Can we get someone else to read chat? Because Wiley's pretty.
I've-
not trusty.
Sorry, I'm just scanning real quick because I was trying to compare like the tier list. I should be able to keep an eye on chat now. Sorry about that, everyone.
Dragon Slayer isn't in the male waifu pool.
Oh yes, of course. What a critical
well,
oversight.
we don't allow equipment to be used as waifus. You can equip it onto people, but
Okay.
Damn.
All right. So Hiei, we're saying is fine. I think I'm fine with saying he's fine. So he. Did we want to? Did anybody play Vincent? Because we wanted people to test Vincent with Hellcores, and I'm not sure I saw a single Vincent in a
Oh, yeah, I
box.
didn't see him.
It's really hard to
Random.
pick like not flying units with him a lot of times.
Hmm.
So specific maps it might be a pain, but I would say if there's really an issue, just say no Hellcores on him. But
Yeah, I think
Honestly, just roll lava map every time, which the map bot already does.
Right,
so
right.
like you're fine.
I think I think that the fact that they are not flying does hurt him a fair bit. So we can try allowing it. Again, it hasn't been a problem so far in a week of scrims, so I don't know if it'll be a problem in the regular season. So we'll leave him there.
I gave Vincent 3 times, and not once did Hellcores get brought because it was always too hard for them to even use them. So
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
it's a very select number of maps that Hellcores would even be used.
Okay. All right. So burn and pick one. How do people feel about that with Hellcores and all
Fine.
that jazz?
he was fine. I think.
Yeah.
He's strong, but so are the rest of them.
Yeah, he's strong, but says the rest to pick one. How about McLean?
Fuck McLean.
No, I don't even think
Why the
anyone
fuck
used him
did you guys
out of
even-
principle. Just move him out of it. Just ban him.
We literally just put him in to see, do people hate McLean still? And the answer was yes.
Yeah.
We all hate him.
I think that's absolutely the sentiment. So yeah, we'll just move him down. It was literally just we're doing a trial week. Let's try this and see what happens.
We had the sense to ban McLean when we were like, Seraphina's not that strong. So, like, what are we doing?
Mhm.
I mean, I haven't gotten to use him yet. I just think he's turns into a high priority ban. So
Yeah.
I don't.
He's a high priority ban
Again,
for every single box too.
Every person in that category is strong, and if you allow that person like that hero, then that's on you.
Yeah,
So.
it's just McLean is like strong against like every box, because he's a slowdown, so he's good against Brotch. He's got a revive, so he's good in trade games, and he's also like a tank push win con. Like he's
Yeah.
just good at everything.
Plus,
I-
Seraphina was allowed when this tournament actually meant something. It had
Mm.
standards.
Okay, Grandpa.
Back in my day, we had standards.
All
I
right.
like that.
Go ahead.
I like that Zuko completely forgot he was the reason Seraphina got allowed because it was like a vote won playoffs, and now he's like, why the fuck did we let Seraphina through? I'm like, it was
Yeah.
your fault. You were the
It was,
deciding
it was
vote.
Zuko, and I bribed Moon to also
It's true.
Fucking
to vote.
Everyone
Well,
was
I think-
blinded by the 101.
Edgar got mad because he built Seraphina just for this, and then everyone didn't want to hurt his feelings anymore.
Oh, true.
I mean,
Vice
did you
versa.
see the loading screen? There was a reason we wanted Seraphina in.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
I think
saying.
everybody
we
was-
had standards.
We
Every-
had standards. No one's looking at McLean and like thirsting over that.
All right. So this isn't really a tier list change thing, but do we want to try to do a losers bracket this season?
I mean, I'm fine with it. It just goes on for a long time. We
Yeah.
did it before.
We've done it
And it
before.
just
It's so long. It's just so long.
Yeah, I mean, so we've got a pretty big group already registered for this season. I think we're at like 14 teams or something, 13, 14 teams already.
14.
And I was probably, just FYI, we can adjust this if need be, but I was probably going to shoot for Monday as the season start because I know this is like technically a rule stream, but we had one a week ago, so it's kind of been open recruitment for a while now. Well,
I'd be fine with the losers bracket. I do think we should since you already lost, I think you should have less time to play each round. More of like a sped up version because losers has to play an extra game because they have to be ready for the the last number 2 team from winner's side to fall down and then get their match completed, and then so you end up having like especially the finals, the top team that we got a team that won winner's side like has to wait like a whole like week to do nothing just to wait for the losers to get there.
So
but since this is group play, how would it work?
So
Like,
Riceberg brings it up because there's a couple different ideas on how to do it. One of the ideas, I think Say 41 brought it up before he like left, was doing a like the loserest of the losers kind of thing where like the people with the lowest scores in group.
To be fair,
if you're gonna do that though, what's even the
Wally
point of
suggested it too?
It's just extra games for people just to get content, but they're not really going to compete if you're just putting like the worst teams up.
It's like a fight for your pride, right? But like I mean, the thing with that, the nice thing with that is we could run it during regular playoffs and it'd be fine, and it wouldn't really interfere with the rest because it'd be a different group of players and they wouldn't like the winners wouldn't be waiting on them or anything. It would just kind of be its own little funny content thing.
I feel like it won't even get played. Like the 3rd and 4th place game didn't even get played last season because nobody cared.
That's true. That is true. So Zuko just got to keep the money there. Let's see. Okay, so I'm hearing there's not that much interest in it, is what I'm hearing. Like people don't really care one way or the other for the most part. So
like if people want to fight after,
is going to be in this.
That's true. I mean, maybe we'll see.
I honestly,
hey, hold on.
When we did it before, we had a lot of teams didn't like just take a long time to do it.
Yeah.
People like just didn't even want to play it. And I think a lot of people, once you get eliminated, you just want to start trying out new captains for the next season.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna say let's not do it then, unless we get a random upsurge of interest after group stage ends. Okay. I just kind of had a point of rule text revisions, but I don't think there was actually that many problems. I don't know how many people actually read what I wrote and just versus just looking at the picture. Okay.
Joke's on you, we can't read.
Yeah, of course. Okay, so I said 4 restricted dues versus 5 restricted dues. We covered that. Meow wants to ban Leonhardt.
Skip.
He's fine.
I think he's fine. I also think he's fine.
I don't have him, so I say ban him, but being
Attaboy.
I mean, I don't really care that much. I'm just messing around.
He does have a dick. I mean, let's be honest.
He's very good in this format, but I mean, he's not like pick 1 status.
I say ban Leonhardt if you have a Kernvitter on your account. Anyone who wailed for his sword, no. Generic balance blade, fine.
We'll just leave him alone. Okay. Yeah, I think that was not really one that most people were like, why? Zuko made like the half joking move Imelda to OP tier because Valabar wanted to captain her.
6 minutes later.
Yeah, 6 minutes after Valabar suggested captaining her. I don't think we're doing that. Next. I don't think people actually want that. Let's see.
I mean, it's just going to be another annoying season with Valabar's rush boxes, so we're all just going to have to suffer through that.
It's going to Valabar is going to be strong no matter what Valabar.
He can pick whatever he wants to make a rush box. Like,
yeah, Valabar will be Valabar no matter what captain he is.
The irony of Mikey complaining about another player's rush box.
Okay.
It's not lost on me either. It's not lost on me either.
So we've got the suggestion on getting the role fixed for Whooper and Raven. I don't think we ever did get that fixed, so we got to get on Sam's case about that. Because you guys had to shorten it because it was like 140 characters long, and you can't have a role longer than 100 characters.
I'm not touching that.
Yeah.
If I try to change Wooper's work, then he's just gonna get mad at me.
Yeah, so we got to get Whooper on that to come up with a slightly more condensed version for Sam to
I
give
don't
you
even
guys.
understand it anymore.
So we had EA we discussed, Burn we discussed, McLean we discussed. Show, does anybody have like a problem with Show being in pick one?
No,
he's the
because if
same
No,
as
Bill's
the
he
rest of
running
them.
show, he's not running the rest of them.
Exactly. So like the reason we do have so many of these pick ones in all these categories is just because it increases the chances that people have at least one of those things built to get banned in that ban slot. So yeah, I think it's fine to just have a lot of people in here as
Every
needed.
time I've seen someone get Show in a game, he's basically solo carried the end game, like no matter what happens. So
Mhm.
I mean, he is too strong. It's just no one ever like actually picks him or lets him through. So
Yeah,
Except
but
for Mikey getting 1v4 at one time.
except for Mikey getting one
yeah,
beach
and
board one
Boone
time.
getting
That's
one
a
All right,
that's
all right.
punishment for letting that go through.
I've literally never played against him before, so how the fuck should I know what he did?
You have to read.
How can I read on the pick
Oh,
ban
there
screen?
Okay, also, like, you can't read, like, his prompts that don't exist.
Okay, but I mean,
I
you should
will
read
say
heroes
that.
when they come out, you know?
just read his.
I'm not
release
like
date.
you guys that memorize the fucking kits of these
Listen from
heroes.
Will.
Okay, so Mikey brought up the somewhat contentious, somewhat specific case of we should allow boons for very low-powered accounts, particularly new
Dude,
players, like
yes.
specifically
So
here in
let me
Valorant.
let me make my case here, and first off, you have to see this guy's account. If I team up with him, it needs to be competitive. Like I'm not joining a team to be non-competitive. I did that with Nikki Julius seasons ago, and it was a fucking waste of time. So
We need
Damn.
an audit. We need them to send in a screenshot of all their heroes.
I mean, I've been
stars.
through Huron's account because I helped him try to figure out how he could build a Waifu Wars legal account, and it is sparse. Like he literally
yeah, it's really rough.
like he has literally 15 or 16 legal characters that he's even close to having built enough. Like it's not, there's no flexibility.
Let
He
him
was
play
like, I
Meowscles.
can summon on the Christie banner and use a 3-star Christie. I'm like, dude, don't waste your resources summoning Christie for this. Like, this is how low it's getting.
I mean, this does also technically apply to Bite and Bit.
Yeah, it's not
Because
Bite
he
Bit's first
barely
season
has-
anymore, so he's had time to build stuff for Waifu
Oh, so
Wars.
he's just refused, so he doesn't count.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So my boon suggestion, because this account was so low powered, was literally no pick one DPS for his opponent, and you're still gonna crush this guy. So
Yeah, that seems fair.
He's not saying it for a good partner. He's saying it so that his partner can actually play the game.
Yeah, because Huron is going to get crushed by any pick one DPS. Like he needs like a little bit of help here for sure. I'm gonna be honest. Like I wanted to just do blanket. Let's just completely get rid of it because it's been a pain. People don't usually like it. But Huron's account is genuinely at a point where he is so new that I don't think he has a lot of options at all as it is.
yeah, I think on a case by case basis, there might be 1 to 2 people you would allow this for.
But what we're not going to do is we're not going to do it for people that just have skill issue, which is what we've usually done in the past. Is we also allow for people with skill issue.
That's fair.
We're not going to do it just because you're not winning games. If you have like an account.
Yeah, an extra pick one DPS is not going to make you start winning games if you are like tier 5 tier in like skill.
I mean, it
Yeah.
let Bit and Bite win games.
I mean,
Bite
that's
is
because
not
nobody
tier
read.
5.
That's because
sorry, Bite
nobody
Bit, whatever it is,
watched
yeah.
my streams with him. Me constantly saying, "Hey, you guys need to ban Zion and Seraphina if you don't want to lose against Bite and Bit." And then
What?
nobody banned Zion and Seraphina, and they lost to
He
Bite
just
and Bit.
has a knack of like just getting all this shit through like in tons of games. Maybe people are just like underestimating him because they.
Well,
see,
I'm just
like,
saying. You said that getting an extra 1 or 2 DPS is not going to help you win games, and
It has in the past, yeah. But Zion is like stronger than like all of these big ones, I think, and probably
I
Seraphina.
said if you are tier 5 level skill, White and Bit is not tier 5 level skill.
That is also true.
He's just not.
he's what, tier 6 or something?
All right. So I think
Oh yeah.
I think we will try to allow something like that for Huron, where like the opponent has to remove their pick one DPS so he can try to get through ban pick somewhat alive and not just hopelessly dead.
You're still gonna beat him.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, give him a chance. Like
Yeah.
Do we want to remove boosters as well for his opponent? Like no DPS, no booster. Like
Since
Wow.
we still need to. Did anybody check like the vote how that went? Because it's probably been 10 minutes, right?
I didn't even vote. I've been walking this whole time, so
Last
didn't
I
even see
saw,
how
it
went
was
then.
over 50% at one point. So
Over 50% for resplitting it.
yeah,
Okay.
Because it makes
but-
sense.
I don't see
I,
it.
I think it makes sense, and I think it makes sense to also have that be part of the boon for again just
Oh.
really bad accounts.
Was it only a short vote, Loon?
It was like
Maybe
10
the
minutes
longer
long, but
one?
I don't think we put that
Oh,
much.
10 minutes.
Yeah, whatever.
I think there was only 6 people watching the stream back then, and now there's 10. So maybe
there are 4
maybe that's
votes
just
for
a
it. It is
difference.
50% and 50%. So
Okay.
it was,
Damn,
So
well,
Oh,
let
I mean,
me be the
I didn't vote
tiebreak.
there, and I'm
Yeah.
I'm the tiebreaker too. I mean,
think there's
I'm
a
gonna
lot
say
more
yes.
people-
I'm
there's a lot more
gonna
people
make
in
a
the
new
stream
poll,
now.
and I want you guys to
Yeah.
go vote. I'm gonna set it for 1 minute.
Where is this in
Oh, it was
Twitch?
one.
Or is
It should be in
Twitch,
Twitch. Yeah, I was
yeah.
set to 1
Can I
minute
do
by
it
accident.
on the app or no?
You can
Yeah.
do it on the app. Anywhere you can watch the stream, you can vote if you're logged in.
Wait, it went to 10. Now it's back to
Well,
6
I don't
again.
see.
Somebody's buying the stream, man.
I don't see a poll, so
I'm making it again.
It's not here yet.
This is taking a long time.
Yes, it is. Suffer.
What was that?
I don't know.
It's been 13 seconds. I don't see it. This is a scam.
Dead air is not good.
Okay.
This is not good for the viewers.
It's the
That's
poll
true.
should be
His
live.
His career is over, man.
Maybe I'm not
Am I
voting, so you
blind? I
can't
still
vote
don't see
against
shit.
me.
All right, end the poll. It's 4-1.
All right, we'll check back in on that. Okay, so we're gonna say, well, if the categories are split back out, I'm gonna also say that your opponents
How
can't
do you
use
see
these
the damn
three
poll on the app? Because it's not showing up.
It should come up like as a drop down.
There it is.
at like the top.
Raven really is an old man. Can't work the app. You know.
Even though I want them split up, I'm gonna just vote no anyway to make it closer.
Okay.
Add the tension, yes.
So Valabar says during the Ozma administration, the boon system was established and it was a huge disaster. I say deport all boon talk so we can make Waifu Wars great again, and we got 11 American flag emotes.
I can't believe Ozma would do this.
Let's just put that in the air. Anyways, put Hiei and Yusuke in restricted bail pool for Meow, which was massively downvoted. Lana casting actually isn't smart Ymir style. We'll rediscuss that. So let's talk about Lana, guys. So one of the big reasons we banned Lana as a captain was because I had bad information that when she had buffs, I don't know if everybody's super in the know on how Ymir's 1C works, but if Ymir has generic buffs, when he uses the skill, it will only give him buffs he doesn't have. My information was that the Lana casting works the same way. If she hits something for her casting buff application thing to trigger, she would only get buffs she doesn't already have. And the problem with that is it means if you have like a couple generic buffs and then you go to hit something with your supermassive sanction, you will pick up a DI buff and possibly an attack buff or whatever you're missing almost every time, which is scary with Lana's damage. That is not how it actually works. It's just random buffs, and it can give you redundant buffs. It's not even always going to give you 4 new buffs if you hit 4 heroes. Does that change the fact that she is not captainable or not?
No,
I think yes.
strong.
too strong.
Her range is massive.
Ban.
So we've seen a couple Lana games, not as a captain, but just in boxes this week. Both against Raven were the ones I watched. Where we had one game where his SP Sherry with like 13,000 something HP got one shot by a sanction, and another game where none of his units actually died to Lana. She just did a shit ton of damage. But he's apparently not running crit damage down stands on some of his heroes, which is a whole thing. Don't do that, guys. Run crit damage down on every single hero you deploy in Apex. Yeah, I don't know. She is strong because Redeemers are good while also being a very good AoE hero. I don't know. It's a tough call.
The question is
think it
do you
was-
want to give her to Loon in his tank box?
I think we should base all ban pick decisions in rule streams basically or only on Loon. Yeah.
It's actually
I-
pretty applicable.
I forget who made the point, but it's like her range is one more than any other sanction 4-range mage user at the
Wait, I'm
cost
on the
of
phone, you
having
guys-
0
oh, wait,
single
hold on.
target. Like, Redeemers get shut off pretty easily, so it's not like she's always going to have a revive.
They're also still just really tanky though. Even if they don't have a revive, if you're not breaking the 100% HP condition, it's super easy for most heroes to whiff on Redeemers. Even with like a debuff. I don't know. So like she is still a very valid ST unit, we should say. After a cast, she is a full range ST mage if you want her to be. You just have to pick troops accordingly. Or she's a very valid AoE mage, like the most valid. Probably AoE mage right now, I think.
I just keep staring at Kaguya down in the female waifu pool.
Yeah, but Kaguya is much slower than Lana. I mean, I guess she's not that much slower, but yeah, I mean, that's a fair comparison, honestly.
Like,
Is
she
she
can
slower?
easily DI herself. She's nuking shit with sanctions and
I wouldn't
arcanes.
say easily, because Kaguya's buff pools from the card includes, it doesn't include, or it does include DI buffs and attack buffs, but it also includes generic debuff immunities.
Interesting.
So it's like an extra weirdly large buff pool, like 10 or 11 buffs in there to pick up. I mean, I could honestly hear an argument for Kaguya going to co-op. She was a really, really strong captain when I played her. I'd be fine with just putting these two together and calling them a package deal, however we go with them.
I don't think I've ever had a game with Kaguya where she's like been particularly crazy, but I don't know.
So the thing with her is you kind of have to run clock enchant, so you can't really lean into a damage enchant the same way you can with Lana. It's just really like they're definitely never going into pick one, I don't think. I know, I guess there was a suggestion to put Lana into pick one, but I don't think she needs to go there. I think you guys need to put crit damage down arena stones on your heroes. It's really just where do they go? OP or captainable?
I vote OP.
Captainable it is.
OP. Okay.
I can probably set up a
Captainable,
second poll.
If it was going to be a problem, it would have been a problem when you were doing it.
Kaguya, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my account was way more scuffed when I was Kaguya a few seasons ago, and we did
Yeah.
make it like into playoffs. Me and Zuko, once Cecil like quit after rage quitting, Zuko and I made it
Your
pretty far.
account was more scuffed, but your box is getting more scuffed over time.
That is true. That is true.
Next, Ozma would say I should run one SSM on every healer. He probably would say that, but
Yeah.
Or Holy Ring, yes, you should do one of those two accessories, or Crystal Ball even, on every single healer in your box.
you know what's cringe? When your healer gets silenced.
It is very cringe.
Oh, your healer has Shrine Maidens? Bet you want to keep that, huh?
Yeah. Anyways, I guess I'll do a poll for Lana. I'm just gonna throw Kaguya back down there because I don't know. People don't respect her. I don't know. They should. I'm not gonna do
respect
Kaguya again
Kaguya.
just because I have plenty of other heroes to captain. But
Convenient putting her next to Milk, too.
that's
My
true.
box became worse and worse. I think your box has pretty much been the same every season, Bite. I don't remember seeing changes. Like ever.
All right. It's a 10-minute vote. Oh, I can't do one while the other poll's active. How long do we have on the other poll?
It hasn't.
It has not changed
hasn't
in like
changed for,
5
8
minutes,
yeah.
so
Okay.
just
Is
end it at 6:04.
Excuse the inception. Can
Oh,
I like
what the
end
fuck
this?
just happened?
Yeah, it's me looking at Twitch now. There's
You
probably
should
some way
be
to
able
end it.
to end it.
Yeah, could you try to do that?
I wonder if I can do it. I'll try.
Okay.
JB, you do
I
it.
can
You
report
try
the
as
poll.
It might be in the mod screen or something.
The poll is showing that we want these split, by the way, right? It's saying yes, split them.
Yes,
yeah,
split
and a
them.
couple
Okay.
votes up. Or
Damn, do I actually have
somebody
to click
threw in more
Machio?
votes now.
Well, not enough votes. Get
Also,
fucked.
Raven voted no, even though he wanted yes. I don't know why he did that, but
He said he
another
wanted to
thing
make it
that's-
closer, so we're gonna say that's a yes. So that can end whenever. I'm
It's
gonna
still a yes, yeah.
I'm gonna move on until we get back to the ability to actually put a vote for Lana. So the Lewin, do we want to allow him in the waifu pool, but not with wings?
You know where I stand on this.
Wait, I missed it. How?
I'm good with
what
that.
did you say, Lana?
We're
What?
gonna do a vote
I
on
said-
Lana,
For what?
whether she's captainable or not.
Killing her.
We went. Oh gosh, this is just dumb.
What? Speak your mind.
I think pick one should be one of the options, at least.
For Lana? Okay,
Yeah.
I'll bat it, I guess.
Really?
I mean, whatever. If nobody
Yeah.
votes for it, then that's fine.
Yeah, if nobody votes for it, nobody votes for it, right?
Her range in AOE damage
This is
is
democracy.
much higher than any of these. Even
Is it
It's
higher than
what?
Milk's? Like damage?
Milk's is not that.
Poor Milk.
Yeah.
She doesn't like do
Her
like,
Heaven
amazing
Sanction, yeah,
damage.
her Heaven Sanction does not.
I mean, it's 20% int talent with a guaranteed 20% DI self buff versus Lana having a 30%, 35% DI talent, I guess, but no
Yeah,
guaranteed
Lana's
buffs,
way-
but
way
RNG
more.
buffs.
And no innate int up. Like, I don't know, if you don't run boots in your Tormilk, she probably does pretty good damage.
The thing is, Tormilk is never one-shotting anything with sanction where Lana can.
Lana can, yeah.
Lana can also clock it,
Yeah.
and you can literally get back-to-back sanctions. Lana also has a revive.
Lana
Lana
also has two
also-
valid AoE, so even if you don't
Lana
full
has
clock
the
it,
same exact range, regardless of what move order you use in the turn. If you use, if you don't like,
yeah,
for
Tormilk has
example, turn
problems.
one, you
Pulls
can't
up.
just. If you wait until the end to use Tormilk, she doesn't have the range. She's gonna get only +1 range by the time you move all the rest of your units. Whereas Lana will still have the same, and it's actually not because Lana has a bigger
Span. Yeah.
AOE span as well.
I feel like most of the time, Tormilk is like a trade unit more than anything.
Yeah, so she is a valid AoE piece sometimes.
Yeah,
Nobody uses her that way for whatever reason, but she
Because
is.
her AOE is not that it's really not that great. I mean, when me and Zuko ran her, it just her range really sucks.
Hmm.
Especially with the allowed assassins. If you don't run boots, and if you do run boots, then you're not doing anything with AOEs.
All right,
Damn, it's the
we'll
EA conundrum again.
we'll get to the Lana vote once the other poll is gone. Okay, so Lewin has a male waifu, but with no wings allowed. Do we want to allow that? I think Lewin is pretty strong hero, honestly.
I feel like
Allow him
without
with
wings
wings.
is fine. It just
Oh,
takes so
without
long to get him
I would be
anywhere.
100% fine with him without wings.
It takes so long to get him anywhere. It's crazy.
Without wings, yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you run Apex boots, you lose a lot of his bulk, which is why he's so strong, is because he is a really annoying to kill thing.
Yeah, like five move, no AA is just like
5 move after turn 1. You have to use a skill
yeah,
to
you
get
have to
5
stand
move,
as well.
which
It's
which
just-
runs out.
Man, it's just so. It's like it's just so.
Okay,
slow.
Raven, you'll create some kind of icon for that. For
Okay.
Lewin with no
Can we give him
wings.
sunglasses?
We could do
My-
sunglasses.
My only thing is like, again, the Lewin to Prussia comparison. If the tournament has gotten to a point where you're already allowing male waifu, then like look at what Lewin does and look at what a unit like Prussia does.
I
and
banned
why
completely
is
different
wings
buffs
not
for
okay on
Lewin.
Lewin?
Well,
I
Lewin is
banned-
also a really valid AoE hero, and he can also self-heal.
Wait,
Prussia
no,
has
JB, explain
no
the pressure
self-heal.
thing again. I don't understand this comparison.
They're bulky units with wings that after a turn get range up.
Well, we just
But,
said
like-
that he wouldn't use wings, but
So he's
No,
asking
that's-
why he wouldn't get
My
wings,
my
Prussia
thing is,
does.
why is Lewin specifically not allowed
Well,
wings?
here's the
because
thing.
he's a male. Isn't
the
that
male
whole point?
waifus are
Okay.
below the female waifus in power.
Yeah,
If you just
isn't
look
that
at
the
the
whole point?
restricted men, you can see that. Because there's a lot of restricted men that are weaker than allowed female waifus. That's just how it is.
Yeah,
If you don't want it to be that way, that's a different argument.
it is.
But
I
right
think
now, we have to base it on the standards that we're
that is also
already
what I would say. It's very
working on.
arbitrary. Don't get me wrong. It is very arbitrary, but that's kind of just what this tournament is at this point.
we have to make sure the sexism is in place to maintain it as a waifu wars.
Like I don't think anybody really thinks that we're like that we're all sexist in this tournament. I hope not, at least.
No, it's a joke.
It's all just a joke.
Other than
guys.
Meow, who really does believe it, but everyone else is.
No,
Like-
if you want to run a male unit, then you have to run a weaker unit.
Yeah.
Just like if you want to run a fun unit, you have to run a weaker unit.
It's
Yeah,
just how it is at this point. I also think that Lewin's AoE is really good, and Prussia has sweep as far as AoE goes.
Yeah,
he's
Loon
gonna be
Loon makes a really good point, which is the self healing and the healing just in general on Loon is like is actually really good.
Lewin is a much better
And
cleanup
Prussia
hero than
has
Prussia, unless you
none.
give Prussia like 3 support
Yeah.
units. You know.
Whereas Prussia does technically have a full self heal on her 3C when she busts a revive.
Well,
and
she
teleports.
has a
The difference
return
with
to the start of
Prussia
the turn, right? She doesn't.
Is
Yeah.
once Lewin commits,
We
he's there.
can say that getting 10,000 HP from returning to the start of the turn isn't a heal if we want, but it is a heal.
Well, it depends if she was in good condition when she went in.
Oh,
out,
sure, right. Except in every single game, it happens on. their
Yeah,
action,
because
where
she
they're coming in
does
to attack.
genuinely have one of the better single target reaches in this tournament with wings. Like 10 is not short in this tournament; it's pretty long range in this
Weird,
tournament.
because 9 is very short.
Yeah, it is a self heal. That is what it is. But you know, yeah, she does have a revive. If you want, I can't remember who it was. Was it Mikey who didn't know how to activate her
Yeah.
revive and all that?
Yes, because I've never used her. I literally
started
haven't used her
crying.
till this week.
Mikey's third game with Prussia,
Oh, that
yeah.
was so funny, man.
But yeah, anyways, that's kind of just how it is, to be honest. All right, next suggestion. Has the poll ended for the other thing? Can I put the Lana poll up? Let's see.
The Lana poll's already up.
Oh,
It has
is?
been up for like 5 minutes.
Oh, it tells me a poll is already active. I guess that's the current Lana poll. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Go vote on that then, people, if you haven't, including those of you in Discord. Okay. Agnes to pick one healer. What do you guys think?
Imagine you're fighting Loon.
Conflicted.
I
Imagine you're
mean,
fighting Loon. It
it's-
always comes down to Loon.
It kind of does always go like she's another. So there's a few units in this format that are really good mixed threats. The list is like Mariandel, Agnes, Licorice, Young Jessica. I guess sort of Nymph in some ways in terms of like healers that do annoying things offensively. To you.
Is Tears just there
I-
because of the SP coming out?
Yeah,
Is that
her
okay.
SP skill is really strong. So like we're not
Okay.
gonna ban her, but it's too good to be in the regular format.
I think we can combine this with Mikey's quite recent suggestion. How do you feel about this in the case that we do go for pick 2 healer and add Sophia?
No, I don't want that. I don't want that.
Oh,
I honestly
so that was
thought
a
that it
typo.
was a pick 2 category. That was my bad. I don't want pick 2
okay.
healers.
Pick 2 healers was really strong because you ran like Elma Almeida or Elma Lugner, and you had to ban both of those every time. Whereas you can let like Sophia through on
Yeah.
a pretty good
Okay,
majority of
I
games.
just want to make sure that he wasn't like.
No, that was me being
guessing
stupid.
that.
That was me being stupid. So
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. So I think opinions on Agnes are pretty mixed. Like I think she's really, because AoE, she goes both ways because she's a strong AoE hero on top of being one of the better DPS to run against an AoE box. Because she has like pretty good healing sometimes. Like she has good healing
talking-
once
oh,
and then
you're
okay
talking about
healing after
Agnes?
that. Agnes.
You move her to pick one.
Yeah, I think it's fair, to be honest. But I'm just biased.
She's in like every box that
She is
if
in,
you
like,
have
every
her
box.
built, she's in
Yeah.
there. And it's just she's better than Flo is.
I don't think that's necessarily true.
I think it depends on what you're trying to do.
I think
I
Flo as
agree with
P2 is still
Agnes.
super worth banning in the first 3
As
bans.
P2.
Yeah, but that's 50% of games.
Agnes is strong whenever.
Sometimes I wouldn't say that. She's not like a very good healer against like I think Flo actually has better healing than Agnes. Because you can bring 2 real heal skills and Agnes can only bring
Can
1.
we just like decide how we're gonna pronounce her name or
I just call her Agnes because I'm not
Well,
French.
Agnes.
Yeah, same.
Um,
This is America. Pronounce it American.
I'm gonna butcher.
This is
I mean, I'm
not
butchering
America,
half
this
of
is
the
the
names.
internet.
Like I butcher the names of most of these characters when I say them. I don't really care that much.
This is a Chinese game, and we're on the internet.
It's a Chinese game on a Japanese IP played on the global version. Yeah.
And we're in Discord.
And we're in Discord. Whatever. So yeah.
Somebody was so offended by that they left the call.
who?
I can't
Bit?
remember.
I think
Bit is offended?
Edgar just had other things to do, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
His
It's
house
okay.
does look like an absolute
But he's
clusterfuck.
Canadian. Oh no, actually, yeah, he might not. Okay.
Anyway, so we could try moving her since we resplit the boosters. That is a little bit of a buff compared to what the trial week was for like rush boxes.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's actually fine.
So like I think that this trial week actually leaned more towards tank push boxes than rush boxes, to be honest. Like for the first time in Waifu Wars history.
Aside from season 6.
What was season
And I
6?
think a lot of like
I don't know. Season 6
tank
was
push-
when 2 tank push captains won because it was Luna Nalka with
Mariandel.
Mariandel.
Yeah, that was just getting into the fact that Mary is a pretty strong tank push captain because she's a
hasn't Loon won
Are,
twice?
are we doing the pick certain amount of OPs or no?
We'll get to that. That's a
Okay.
little bit down on the list.
Gotcha.
So Hoffman as a pick 1 DPS, that was pretty heavily downvoted. I mean, we could put him there, but it doesn't really matter because I
Oh,
don't
he
think
was second, right? Okay.
like Hoffman is cool, but I don't think he's necessarily more or less ban worthy than any of these other heroes. We can put him in there for fun, I guess.
I always enjoy seeing Hoffman games.
Yeah, I mean, in pick 1 DPS, I don't think he's going to get picked much. But yes, he's theoretically an option again, I guess. So we did uncombine the things. Lana to pick 1 is getting voted on. Lana to anywhere.
Poll ended for Lana. Leave her OP.
Okay. Add a limit to how many OP waifus can be added to a box. So this is Paul Hollow's suggestion. I think this has been something that people have talked about for a few seasons now, because it is a pretty valid concern. Is that you do get people that literally just go, okay, I'm going to take pick 2 tanks. I'm going to take pick 1 DPS, pick 1 booster, pick 1 healer, a bunch of stuff from OP, and then I'll take my waifu. And your box is almost entirely comprised of this stuff.
This doesn't necessarily even hurt people who just build regular boxes either. Like,
yeah,
probably not at all actually, because like looking at the list, it's pretty disparate. Like only certain people are gonna actually fall into this trap of like throwing 10 OP units in their box. It really doesn't make any sense, to be honest, unless you're playing like every category of box at once.
Yeah, so like I'm looking at it from like the tank push perspective, right? There's like 3 healers that are fairly popular with these 3, and that's kind of it, you know.
Mariandel's in there.
Yeah, so like Marianne, like these 3 healers. I mean, Iris is like only a few accounts have her, and arguably it's, I guess Will and
Iris
Loon.
is more of a like a
okay. I got you the Loon
box
picture
kind of thing a lot of the time.
Okay,
as well.
Raven.
I tagged you.
All right, I'll take a look at that later. Actually, I guess I can go add that now. Give me a second.
Wow.
Let's take a look. All right. This is a beautiful picture. We have to get this on here now.
So good, man.
I actually have to get going because my kid's gonna be storming in here in a couple of minutes.
All right, Raven. See you later.
But
peace.
Just please don't disappoint me with this Lana bullshit.
I mean, the vote has come in, so.
I mean, I didn't even vote, but I probably would have voted pick 1.
There wasn't a pick 1 option on the vote.
It was just OP or no.
Okay.
Okay, OP. Yeah, never mind.
It was a bias.
I mean, pick 1 would have just if pick 1 and the other one were split, it would have just that would be if like it was leaning towards regular pool, but pick 1 plus ban or OP was bigger than that, then we would take that because pick 1 supersedes.
We could do a follow-up vote, just OP versus pick 1.
I don't think she needs to go.
Just leave her alone.
I don't.
But if it was in favor of pick 1 heavily,
I don't think
then
that's the case. I don't really want to do another vote. I guess we could. Yeah, you can set it up, Wally, if you can figure it out.
I don't know how to, so I mean that's fine. But if you don't want to be democratic, that's up to you. You know.
I don't. I'm an autocrat. I'm sorry.
All right.
Oh, that really was the end of the list.
Just about. So Lewin's there. Okay. So what would we want to set the number at for OP
Wait.
if we do want to restrict that?
What is the
wait,
point of the double Lewin there?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't
One of
understand.
these should
Wait,
go
one
back
of
down.
the Lewins is
Okay.
coming out. Yeah.
So you can run base Lewin.
Yeah, there's not actually. We should just
Hold
get
up.
rid of regular Lewin. I think, right?
Boy, does it mean
Oops.
that if he's
Can I
restricted,
run him with
then
wings?
He gets wings?
Yeah, that's where
That's
it's
what I'm-
confusing. We only need one Lewin. It's Lewin is in waifus, but he's not wingsable.
Okay.
Someone is going to see that and wonder if they can run SP Lewin.
Well, I'll make it clear in the text, so you guys are gonna have to read.
Okay. Can you make it clear out loud for me again? Because I'm dumb.
So he is runnable as a waifu, as a free man. Like, he doesn't count towards restricted male slots, but you cannot use wings.
Okay. Could he, before we did this, run wings as a not waifu?
No,
No.
Okay.
none of the men in this pool can run wings. Because I don't want to meet a wings Werner. I don't know about you guys. I don't want to meet a wings Leonhardt. I don't want to fight a wings infantry
Oh
Pepsi.
no, for sure not.
Oh, Wings Leonhardt does actually sound kind of cringe.
Actually, there's a lot of like infantry and lancer men in that category
Yes.
that I do not want to see with
That
wings.
is part of why some of the
There's
units
a
that are in this
lot.
pool are still in this pool.
You should definitely be allowed to do a winged sage, though.
Oh yes, of course.
Ooh, crimson.
Sage actually can't wear wings.
Yes, of
Ah,
course,
fuck, that's
exactly.
right. I forget. I forget.
That's why I'm okay with allowing wing sage
Wait,
because he
Oh,
cannot.
wait, hold on. What's his third class?
Does he have one? I thought the mobile characters don't have third classes. It's only the.
I thought
No.
there was
He doesn't
literally
have it. He
one or
doesn't have
two
it.
that did. Okay.
He doesn't have it.
Because I thought that was the case too for a very long time, but then
It's
I
just
found a
old.
literal random one or two units that have a third class that I
They
didn't.
just stopped doing it at a certain point. If you go back far enough, like most heroes had a third class, but
Well,
past a
the
certain point, they just
distinguishing thing was if they were in a Langrisser base game before they got a third class, and if they were a mobile original unit like fanfic 200 years later Landius, then they don't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you guys can run Wings
don't know if
Oma,
that's
by the
always
way.
true,
I think
is it?
Wings Gustav. I want to say Gustav is a Lancer class too, so you could technically do Wings Gustav.
Oh shit! And Kurtz has Lancer.
Yeah, I think he does.
Cortez does have a Lancer class. If only he wasn't banned.
These fat ladder builds, guys, take him for the Gustav and the Kurt.
True.
Okay, so
We
if
understand
we want to
the
do this, limit the number of OP, what would we set it at? Like 3 or 4?
I was thinking 4 or 5, so
Yeah, 4 or 5. Sounds about good. But I mean, it's probably not getting back too many people. Like I think Wally was saying, like
Yeah.
it's very dependent on your box build. So
Or if you're Meow.
Or if you're Meow, yeah. Who uses on the regular. He uses Alpha, sometimes Licorice, Iris. I think he uses T-Jess, he uses Tata.
yeah,
He
it's the
would use
Meow.
He
Elise
uses-
if he could. He would use Caroline if he could.
Yeah, he does use Luna off and on.
Luna, yes.
Like
it is just another thing to have to think about though when building your box and changing mid game and just mentioning that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually we have somebody watching these games that keeps track of that stuff, even if it's not always me. So do we want? Should we say 5? I guess I don't think this will realistically impact people, but it's probably good to get this kind of rule in place, and then if there's other problematic things, like maybe we decide next season, nah, Michelle's kind of gross, guys. Let's put her up there, stuff like that.
I think this actually does majorly pretty much only affect tank pushers as it stands.
Yeah.
Like in a negative way.
I think so.
Because tank pushers want to, like, first of all, put 3 to 4 of those healers in their box.
Tank pushers have to run Sophia, right? And they basically have to run Mariandel. to function just as a baseline. Especially losing Agnes. So
This is not a targeted rule stream. I said
Can
tank
Loon
pushers.
now make a box?
If we've done our job, then no.
So if we're doing this, are there any heroes in the female waifu pool that we think should get moved up there because they're kind of gross?
I don't think so.
So I'm just gonna go through it real fast. Isara's fine, Amelia's fine, Serena's fine, Freya's fine, Alucia's fine. Albedo, I think we're fine with. People have been mad at Loon specifically with Albedo, but I think she's fine. She's not that good. She's displaceable. She's only sometimes tanky. She's pretty bad against magic. She can't do damage when attacking. Like, she's not OP. Estelle, I think, is fine. Team Estelle was actually really strong in the past, but she's not an overall problematic unit in the format. So, Young Jess is fine. Melania is fine. Nymph, I know people hate.
Yes, I hate her so much, but she's probably fine.
Lucretia's in Band Moon. I think she's probably okay. Close is fine. Anna's fine. Angelica's fine. Chris is fine. Marielle's fine. Rachel's fine. Imelda's fine, despite Zuko's best wishes. Lusty's fine. Maya's fine. Toa's fine. I think Suzette's fine. Nomi's fine. Saint is fine. Aziz is fine. Sherry's fine. Elena's fine. Jessica's definitely fine.
Hell
Tiffany's
yeah, she's
fine.
fine.
Yeah, she's fine. Especially with that skin, man. So good. I was honestly thinking about putting her back in my box again this season.
I'm desperately rushing to level 70 to see if I can cheese some silver through. Oh, I have to
Ooh.
get all the way to gold. Damn it, that's
Oh,
not happening.
I don't know. You could try. We can try to make that our goals. We could try to boost JV to gold as a Discord. So Michelle we're deciding fine for now. Narm, I think we said is okay. Patsier's definitely fine in this competition. Rosalia is fine. Schlink is fine. Varna's fine. Duelist is fine. Renata's fine. Kids is pretty strong.
It is pretty strong,
She
but
is
like
really strong.
I don't think she's remove her from the waifu pool strong.
I think she's probably
Like
not either.
we've had team gets before that wasn't Meow and Meow and a half.
Yeah.
And it didn't go to finals.
Mm-hmm.
So like strong players make good units really good.
Like, she's a pretty good hero, but she's very assassinatable, and if you don't get lucky with your thing, like, she's not helping versus AoE if you don't draw mass heal from your pool.
Yeah, and like say 41, I think is trying to say she's a really good tank push mage.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Elise is fine. Kaguya is great, but we did decide to keep Lana up there. Do people actually have like Lana level problems with Kaguya? She's also not a DI talent. It's
No.
worth saying she's a talent like Milk.
I
No,
don't think
she's
so.
fine.
I
Milk.
think everybody said basically she's fine.
Just don't give me Kaguya is basically I think what people have realized.
Yeah,
Milk.
it's like back when it was Tartaglia was legal, and it was like, yeah, don't let Ski have Tartaglia.
Yeah. Milk I think is fine. Prescia is pretty strong, but I don't think she needs to be moved out of waifu pool. Yulia is fine. Angelina is fine.
Jelena.
I mean Tabris, sorry, not Tartaglia.
Oh, yeah.
Rice made a suggestion
Oh, yeah.
40 minutes ago to move Betty to pick one DPS.
Because she's so good, right? Yeah.
I think we need to honor that.
I think we should.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, everyone in favor?
I
mean,
think so.
the Betty main said it, so.
Good suggestion. I mean, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You should have a mustache on her, just for shits and giggles.
I think we should have a mustache for everyone. How about that?
Let's see. So Brenda is fine. Claret is fine. Ferrikia is fine. Lambda's fine. Letitia is kind of toxic, but we're still saying whatever Tryhard wants to take Letitia can do that, and then we'll ban her. Lestal is fine. Sonia is fine. Shelf is fine. Gerald and Layla are fine. Deed is fine. Alicia's fine. Altina's fine. Aryan Rod's fine, Pyrrha is fine, Sakura is fine, Solari is fine, Shaltir is fine, Sumera is fine, Excel is terrible. Kagura is fine. She's strong, and she has been strong, but I don't think we've really ever put her in OP. She's just always been.
I don't think she's too strong on her own, right? She needs
Yeah.
support of like a really sweaty, like crazy team, and then it's like the team is doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean
Yeah, I
Kagura
mean,
is
like,
one of the best
She
heroes in an
doesn't
ST box.
single-handedly do it.
She's one of the
yeah,
best
like the
heroes in an
season
ST
she
box,
won.
but
Sorry.
Yeah.
I was gonna say she's one of the best heroes in an ST box, but she's only really doing crazy stuff in a really strong ST box.
Plus, there's literally an accessory to counter her 3C.
Yeah, well, the 2C, yes.
Oh wait. Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah, the 3C is the
super
act again.
the roid mode, yeah.
And you know, I won the tournament with her, and I forget that. So you know.
Yeah, it's like that's what I was gonna say. Like she won when it was Mikey and Sadao.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back when we
Think
had
of strong ST players in this
That's
tournament.
back before we had
It
rules on
wouldn't
who
be
could team
legal
up.
these days.
And I was C2.
Yeah.
So
back before we had rules on who could team up.
But that was like when Edgar and Meow were teaming up. So it's
yeah,
not like
you guys
Yeah.
you had a competition, but it was a ridiculous season for those of
I
us
like
who weren't
how like
in crazy
ridiculous it
teams.
sounds to us now.
That, Mikey,
like,
that was the season you went 9-1, right?
I don't remember.
I think that was.
It
I have no idea.
It was.
Oh, is this you gloating about your one win against me?
Why would I do that? You really think I would do something like that?
Oh, I thought we were ex-teammates. You have to be nice to me.
It's true. Well, I was before.
Suvama's fine,
saw
Lisa's
what I did
fine,
with my girl.
Ren is fine. So yeah, I think that nobody else really needs to go up here. I don't think we presently have problems enough with anybody.
Is base TRS legal? Says Rice Group. No, this
Yes.
is base TRS with
SP
skills
skills
in pick 1. It's not SP TRS.
Yeah,
SP TRS is not legal.
SP TRS is very not legal.
I think we should actually
not run
depict
TR.
that, though.
What?
Well, because other SP classes are being shown with their base portraits, aren't they? Or
everybody's everywhere is using base portraits, and it's just these
guys
are.
But
yeah, I guess
TRS is not allowed as a SP class.
Yeah, we should probably be more
here.
clear when that.
So she needs a mustache.
She does need a mustache. That's true. That's also, so I know this comes from Bite, but this is the valid point, is she could go to booster rather than healer. But I think that the problem is the reason we're not allowing her potentially is because of the new heal skill from her SP. It's not because of her existing 3C potential. She's never been in booster because of her current 3C potential. It's been because we're now looking at it because of let's go look.
The pick 1 boosted category actually are like really good boosters now, rather than like top tier DPS with a +1 mobility.
Yeah, like IPC is a fine DPS, but she's not killing tanks usually or anything, at least properly built tanks. Yeah, like the reason we're not allowing TRs is because the skill is kind of ridiculous. As a healer, it's genuinely makes TRs a good AoE healer.
The second command is like overkill for sure.
Yeah,
like the double command.
Can she be a not pick 1 if you don't run that skill?
I don't want to get into policing that personally.
I was gonna suggest that too, but it gets complicated.
It does get complicated.
It's come up before.
We're trying to stay away from all of this because if you get granular enough, it like turns into like there's like 100 different levels of like this person can have casting and this person can't have casting, but they can be SP, and this person can't have SP skills. Like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People keep asking,
it's like it's the burn thing again.
The casting hero. Just no.
And like that's the same reason we got away from like the Hell Cores and why we opted to just like put burn into pick 1 over leaving Hell Cores banned, because I don't want to be policing individual troops. I don't want to be policing individual skills. It's just messy.
This is why we only wanted one pick 1 category originally.
Yeah.
Because we didn't want it to get too crazy.
All right.
I think we can take Betty out.
Yeah, I think I was not gonna leave her in there permanently. I just wanted to bully Rice Crew for a little bit. What Rice Crew's willing to commit.
Oh, hold on. To be fair, that does like kind of justify his list.
You
know, I feel like we don't even need the list at this point.
Well,
if it's in pick 1.
But now the thing is like, the classic Raven saying, just ban the pick one. Now, if you just ban the pick one, you're automatically on the list. Versus,
Mm.
I don't think
but
it's
then
a
if you get Betty at the end, it was, why didn't you ban the pick one?
yeah, I don't think it's fair to have a list for people who ban a pick one. That's not good. We need to
That's
get
what
rid of that list.
that's why I think she shouldn't. Just replace her with Vincent. I think Moon's right.
Yeah, to be honest.
Okay, I mean,
Fuck
people
Vincent.
weren't that hot on it when I asked about it before.
Whoa, 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 whoa! No.
It's fine. We've got a good setup here. Well, for now,
So
this is good.
the argument now versus Vincent 30 minutes ago is we have moved Agnes, I guess. Does that change it?
No.
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 Agnes
Vincent.
wasn't going to do anything against Vincent anyway.
I mean, she's just another off healer for tank push boxes to help them out, is what I mean.
Yeah.
It's
if
one
we
less
put, like,
of the really good off healers.
If we put Alicia in pick one, then we need to think about Vincent because Alicia just answers him.
Does she?
Yeah, she does. She double kills him through 50%.
Anything that
Alicia. I thought you were saying Elucia.
Oh no, Alicia.
I'm like the fish waifu?
anything that
No.
disables passives kills him.
Yeah, so I mean SP Elwyn
Yeah, that
or
too.
Elwyn period, because he can dispel the immunity for not.
Well, unless he's gone in.
If it's gone in,
Elaine.
if it's
He's
gone in, it
immune.
has to be Actian heroes or
He
Elwyn.
has to be off. He has debuff immune after that. So
That's honestly why I've had problems with Vincent in the past, is because I wasn't running Elwyn and I wasn't running Elaine because I'm not a tryhard. So if they like banned Sherry, there was nothing I could do to kill him twice.
Oh, Moondog is gonna run his super toxic box and then not make the finals again. Everyone, watch out!
Damn, sounds like beef.
Sounds like beef.
He's gonna prove his point this time, guys. Just you wait.
I think that this list looks good enough. If tank push explodes, it's fine. Tank push always.
I think it
explodes.
looks good. But the males conversation, did we decide on that? Or am I...
We're doing it like last season where it's 5 includes all category, like all men and elf
Okay.
categories. So like
I couldn't
Langus and
remember.
Burn and stuff are counting against it.
I think it was
Got it.
mainly Raven who was kind of kicking up a fuss about that. To be honest,
Yeah,
Like,
Raven.
It was very supported. Other than that,
Well, he shouldn't have quit as commish and allowed it to happen.
True.
Yeah,
Yes.
he shouldn't have voluntold that I'm commissioned now, because I've always been very obvious that I'm like, I don't really care. I want strong stuff gone, and I want to bring power levels down, and I want to do all this nonsense. Anyways, so these we don't need to. There's we'll talk about Kasumi next season. There's like no chance that this Waifu War season doesn't finish before her and Yotengu are relevant. So we'll get to these guys later. I guess we'll put them in band for now, anyways. But they're not going to come out on global by the time the season finishes. Lewin, you're staying down there. Yeah, so I think we're probably good to go, and I'll release like cleaned up rules version that has like all the stuff on like gear being restricted, because I think we're still doing all of the battle pass gear from butterfly patch on being restricted because a lot of it's rare, a lot of it's really strong. So last season I put like notable examples. This season, just to be absolutely clear, I'm going to list every single individual piece of gear, even though some of them suck. Just to be very, very clear. But yeah, I'll try to get the updated rules list out soon, because I'm thinking we'll set the season start date for Monday, because we've already got a lot of teams and we've been like in soft recruitment mode for like a week now.
Loon is asking about Slayer, whoever that is.
This lady, obviously she's not going to be illegal. She's like second pick tier in regular Apex.
Wait,
But we need a new dark buff.
She's one of the anniversary units, isn't she?
Yeah, she's like this is one of the answers to LR Vargas type heroes. So
okay, great. So that's fun meme.
Yeah. We were just trolling Rice Crusade 41. He asked for it, so we're like, sure. Let's move you to the other side of the mustaches, Hoffman. We need to get like a mustache tiara, so I'll get to people about that soon. Okay. Wait, no, mustache would be implying
Hold
that she
on.
could be run SP in pick one healer.
That
So
means we need mustaches for the people who can be SP, like Alana.
yeah, so
No,
well, Lana,
that's why
Lana's
like
Yeah.
Ultramuller.
yeah,
Yeah,
like Lana's allowed
that
in
too.
either form, regardless of category. Like,
Yeah. Whereas, but Tiaris is not allowed as.
yeah,
The,
so
the
we need to.
TRS that's in pick one needs a mustache.
She needs a beard
Jeez.
because the
Sure.
mustaches means that they are allowed in pick one as in this category as a pick one versus not allowed as SP in this category. So
Yeah.
we need something that's not a mustache that separates her, right? So do we give her a beard?
We
What
need
about
a
like
a
super
legend
bougie
in the rules.
eyelashes?
Super bougie eyelashes.
Oh, true. We could put the ratchet nails at the bottom of the portrait.
Someone will
But
come
we
up with
need like
something
a
for
legend
this.
at this point for the thing to say if they have a mustache, it means this. If they have a funny comedy nose and sunglasses, it means this.
Yeah.
Because it's getting a bit crazy.
Because
at
we
this
can't
point.
make people read, right? That's too much. So we need a
Exactly.
legend.
Exactly, we need a legend. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get on that. But I think that this is probably what we're going to be calling this rules ban list or this season's ban list. I'm going to try to make things like more final because people took issue with the fact that I called things a draft last season. So this will be final TM.
Say what we want, bro. Oh, what a legend. You should come back, bro.
So why are you guys actually getting ads on Twitch? Because I feel like Twitch is set to not run any ads during the stream, but get them at the start of the stream. Do you guys get ads like mid-stream?
Was that not
No,
just when
because
he
I'm
showed up?
subscribed.
Yeah, that's true, JB.
I get them when I'm not subbed. Yeah.
Okay. Huh.
So I mean, it's super preventable.
That is true. It is super preventable.
It's true.
What I should do is I should ratchet up the ads and make all of you sub to me.
Oh, I actually stopped getting ads as soon as I got the ad blocker on more recently and updated it
Hmm.
and all that. So,
Anyways,
I don't know
but
if they
yeah,
have it on
I'll try to
Twitch
get
or
the rules
something.
out by like tonight at the latest. Yeah. I'll also take a look at Twitch ads, I guess, maybe. I don't like ever look at that stuff, but I'll try to take a look at that.
Who is Glumnat?
What?
I don't know. You banned him 5 days ago.
Oh, that was I think when I was streaming Ladder, it was like a bot.
Oh. I'm just now actually looking at all of like the mod things to do, and I still actually don't
Oh yeah,
know
player tier list.
how
I did actually
to
make
read.
it. I don't know if there's much we need to talk about. It's like the only this is what I forgot to do. This is like the only real change that we talked about was moving Brawlhalla up. It's literally just people that can't team up with each other, the people that can team up with everyone.
I think that's the only differentiator we need, really.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
if we are doing like boons for like Huron level accounts, that is just going to be a 1-for-1 thing, and we'll just let people know.
So does everyone fight for their seed now?
Yeah, I guess
Everyone?
so. I guess
Okay.
that does mean that. I'll update that in rules.
Other than restricted players, I guess, who just are automatically C1 every time.
Yeah, they're automatically seed 1, but the people in this pool have to decide. Right now, because you like said peace out, say 41, and then left Discord after presumably having a fight with your wife or something.
Yeah, we had a funeral.
Wait, what?
He
Yeah,
said
we already
like
had the funeral.
yeah, I mean like you pretty definitively pieced out, so
But then we had to unearth Raven when he came back as well. So I mean,
yeah, and
it's
Edgar.
nothing personal.
Also,
Yeah.
should Edgar be in restricted or not? I mean, it doesn't really matter for this season because he's partnered with Falcon, who's not restricted. But where does Edgar go, and where does Raven go?
I feel since it's not like explicitly like tier 1, I think it's more like, do we want a repeat of Raven Meow team? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I was
That's
looking
all
at
I'm
that
saying.
and seeing like how many of those unrestricted players as the second seed would just be awful.
Wait,
Yeah.
does PFB even play Waifu Wars?
No, he's
He did
inactive.
once.
He did once. He should go back in inactive though. I don't think he's interested in joining again.
Yeah.
I think this is probably fine. This is a
That
pretty
works.
huge
What
list of
else?
restricted, to be
Tiny
honest.
should go in inactive like forever.
Yeah, he's never gonna join again.
He's never coming back ever.
Um,
Oh,
Tiny, he was a one-time wonder.
he was.
Yeah.
It was literally because Meow had been ragging on him to join for like literally since the start of the
Months.
format.
It was like 5 months.
Literally.
That I recall.
He would
Like,
constantly be
it
like,
was
"Tiny, you should join me
crazy.
for Waifu Wars. You should join me for Waifu Wars. You should join me for Waifu Wars."
And
The
he
restricted
really,
pool
really
is-
didn't want to play. Sorry?
the restricted pool is pretty big, but again, like any of those people being seed 2 sounds bad.
Yeah. Because
If we're doing a 2-tier system, I think it might have to be. I don't know.
I think
I think that looks fine.
yeah. I think Kong's not playing this season, but I'm not going to move him out because I don't know if that means he's not joining next season. It was decided that we're making it 5 men, but it's back like last season where any men other than men in the free category count against it. So like stuff like Landia, stuff like Lanford, those will count against men. Burn, Bora, those will count against it if you box those. But we bumped it back up to 5.
Based on longevity. Based on longevity? What does that mean?
Like how long they've been playing. So like I would be a tier 1 by that
What, you
metric because
Volk?
I've been playing since season 1.
You're just gonna start putting Volk in tier 1 every season? What, seed 1 every season? You crazy? Come on. What are we talking about here?
Yeah, I don't think doing it by longevity makes the most sense.
I don't think nobody wants that. Maybe Volk wants it. I don't know. Maybe he's a masochist. Who knows?
I mean, the rules are that all of these men are free, which does include Joshua and Hein, and many other men.
That just stops it from being like, pay to win gaps. We don't want people having to pay $300 and then taking away the victory with Hein just because of that.
Yeah. Anyways, I think we've kind of got stuff good enough to cover. Yeah, I'll post this. I'll do the more updated rules post by like hopefully midnight tonight, maybe 1 a.m. depending how productive I am. It'll be there by tomorrow morning.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for hanging out, peeps. Good luck. Get your recruitments in by Monday. We're gonna set the date for now. I think we'll probably do 2 groups again. I don't want to have to fight 14 other players in group stage. That's a lot.
Yeah.
So it'll be 2 groups again.
I think that's fair.
Yeah. Okay.